Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is ScopeSF and today I thought we would do something a little bit different, a little bit unique, a little bit special. So I've been playing AFK Journey for a very long time. I think since March of 2024 when it was first released publicly. I think it was when it was roughly released. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I don't normally like gacha games, but there's something very different about AFK Journey. Something that really caught my attention and managed to keep a hold of it for pretty much all this time. And I considered, once I really felt like I started to really enjoy the game, probably late April, early May of 2024, I thought about being an AFK Journey content creator, but it felt like there really wasn't any place for me to do it because, for one thing, I really didn't want to cover the story and record myself going through the story because it's a free-to-play game, first off, and anybody has access to the story. And it really feels like one of those magical adventures that should be truly experienced by each individual person. So if you want a good, breathtaking story, just download the game, play it for yourself. Completely, no risk to you. And I could have gone down the route of looking at new banner heroes, going over patch notes, everything like that. But there are already a lot of content creators out there who are just doing it better right now than I ever could. So, the first name that comes to mind is Zebo. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty of the game, you look at Zebo, because Zebo is absolutely a numbers guy, and when you take away all the sheen and polish and the charm and everything like that, if you don't look at the story, you don't look at the lore, you don't look at the environment, this game is very much about numbers, and Zebo is the numbers guy when it comes to this game. But if you do enjoy the lore, if you do enjoy the aesthetics, but you still want to understand high level mechanics, you got people like Vulcan, you have people like Puzzle, you have plenty of other content creators that would they already fill everything that I could really hope for if I were to ever become an AFK Journey content creator. So I never really did it. However, if we're going over my personal AFK journey, I ended up doing something very different with my account, and I can show you evidence of that, and why it's ultimately cultivating into this massive pull video. So I'll put a timestamp somewhere on screen, so if you just want to get straight to the pull video, because I know people like big man pulls, that was weird, people like big pull videos, you can just skip ahead to that. We'll get to that part in a bit, but I kind of want to explain what my account is, what it looks like, and why it looks like the way it does. So, kind of starting off, if you're a brand new player and you're just kind of thrown into this, this is exactly what happened to me, realistically, all the way back in March. You're a brand new player, you never really played a gacha game before, you don't know who all the meta heroes are, you don't know all the full mechanics to fully take advantage of all the heroes, and you're worried that any resources you get are going to be wasted because you don't know how to allocate your resources. I kind of had to do some trial and error to figure out what I, as a, back then, free-to-play player, still brand new to the game, what I would be doing, essentially. And thankfully, I think I figured it out pretty early. I forget exactly what time frame it was, but at the very end of the starter story, because I completed the starter story right before, or maybe within the first day or two of Song of Strife being released, the first seasonal expansion. And I kind of dove in, figured things out. Where exactly am I going with this? But yeah, so back then, free-to-play player, didn't know exactly where I was going. And I eventually figured out probably one of the best, most efficient ways to build yourself a really competent team without having to worry about whether or not it's going to be meta, because just because the way the mechanics work and the stars align, it's not going to be a meta team. But that's for, like, you know, meta as in super endgame. You know, you're a champion in arena, you're trying to push highest ranking for endless mode in Dream Realm, everything like that. This team is never going to do that, but this team 100% will push you through all the necessary AFK stages for any of your basic seasons. Definitely for the starter story. I did it through the tail end of Song of Strife when I actually accomplished my goal. I even did it through Waves of Intrigue, just in case Song of Strife ended up being a fluke. And what that was, if we go over to my Resonating Hall, is I built myself a Mauler team. Now this one looks a little bit more impressive. Realistically, your Mauler team is gonna look something a little bit more like this. And I'll explain why in a second. So, the game does faction bonuses. So when you deploy a team of the same faction, and there's 4 factions, you got your Maulers, you have the Wilders, you have the Lightbearers, and you have the Graveborn. If you have more members of a very specific faction, you get additional stat bonuses for each of your fights. I don't know what exactly those stat bonuses are, I forget the exact numbers, but I can promise you, you feel the difference between having those additional stats just through one team and not having them because you're just throwing out whatever characters you have access to at the time. So, if you can get all of a single faction, that's great. Why Maulers? The 2 big reasons are because Maulers already have very strong picks. People say that Odie, this little guy right here, probably one of the best marksmen in the game. He's even outclassing, like, Burial or, whatever the pretty boy Bacchus' name is. I don't even know, man. This guy, whatever this guy is.
Did someone call for me?
Dianel.
Is there a feast?
Yeah, Celestial Marksman, and Odie just outclasses him in every single way, shape, and form. Then you already have Brutus, who very helpful early game. You have Coco, who
my favorite, Pato.
I guess me. Definitely a really good support hero, and you don't really notice it while she's still in, like, the legendary mythic area, but once you get to Mythic Plus and Supreme Plus, she really starts to shine, and she is absolutely underrated. Very good hero once you start building them up. And then Entendre, I think she's just a very viable tank. She's absolutely not meta. She's probably around B tier, maybe C tier. Definitely the worst rated of the group here. But you get her to Supreme Plus, she's really not awful. Like, she's going to be putting in work, and you are going to see results if you have a high level Entendre. So you have Entendre, you have Brutus, you have Odie, you have Coco, and then we'll talk about Soren in a bit. Realistically, I just like Soren, and he's just the one who's in there. But why these 4 specifically? Reason being, because with gacha games, you have to pull, and it's all, you know, it's like, I'm I'm not going to necessarily like call it gambling. Some people will just say it strictly is gambling, and you have to understand that. Yada yada. It's like putting a quarter in a gumball machine and really wanting a red gumball for whatever reason, but you're not sure if you're going to get blue, white, pink, purple, yellow, whatever. You're never truly sure which characters you're going to get that you can invest your resources in to get more copies of those characters to increase their ranking. With these four, you absolutely can. So, the best advice I can truly give to new players: when you're starting the game, make sure you're doing your Dream Realm every single day. I haven't done mine yet, I'm going to do it later. Make sure you're doing all of your arena matches every single day. You know, if you just do like one Dream Realm at the start of the day, and then before the day resets, you do another one to see if your progress has truly helped at all, by all means, go for it. But you really only have to do this like once a day. Arena, definitely use up all of your matches. Make sure you're fighting all the time, win or lose. They're still going to be helping contribute to your arena ranking, which you can definitely do with the Mauler team. With Arena, I didn't get to champion through the Mauler team. Once I got to, I think it was like Elite 2 or Elite 1, pretty high up in the rankings, all things considered. The full Mauler team wasn't cutting it for me, and I really had to start looking at better meta comps to really compete. But when you're just starting out, you don't care about any of that. You will eventually get to those higher tier levels just by playing and having better champions, but that'll come with time. You have to understand that AFK Journey is one of those games that doesn't, like, it will reward you if you do spend money on it. The whales are absolutely getting benefit of everything, but if you just play the game and you just do your dailies and your quests and everything like that very consistently, then you will also be rewarded as well. And what you're going to be rewarded with, you kind of see like the separate resources at the top of the little archway there. You get these little teardrop things from the Dream Realm. I don't know what they're called. I think they're called Dream Tokens or something. And then you get these golden Roman Colosseum bead up coins from the arena, which are your arena tokens. And what you're going to do with those, when you go into a mystical house, go into the Emporium, you'll have the arena store and you'll have the dream store. The most important part about this, remember those characters that I mentioned earlier, in the dream store, Odie is here. Scroll down a bit, Entendre is here. And then Coco is here. So there's your first three. And then when you go to the arena store, Brutus is up here. So it does seem like an uneven split between, like, you know, all of the arena tokens going into just one character, and then you have to evenly split between 3 characters in the Dream Realm. But once you really start to get your bearings, you're going to be getting so many Dream Realm tokens, just from doing it every day, just from getting higher ranks, and then even just from clearing it from the basic rewards. You know, if we go here to the Dream Realm, you get 100 of these tokens. Like, even let's say you complete 50% of just this boss at the very basic start of the season, you're already getting 300 tokens just from that. And with the daily rankings, daily rewards, you're going to be getting even more. So you're going to start swimming in these Dream Realm tier tokens very quickly. And from that, you can intentionally buy different copies to increase your characters. Now, I did manage to get them to Supreme Plus. I'll talk about that in a second. But you'll start to really see results when you're getting into the Mythic and Mythic Plus, which I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but to get a character from whatever it is, Legendary up through Legendary Plus and Elite Plus all the way up to Mythic, it really actually doesn't take that many tokens. So splitting them between 3 characters is absolutely doable. And I can say that with confidence because that's what I did with my set. And then same thing with the arena store. Arena tokens are a little bit harder to get. You got 9,600 here. So over the course of like every few weeks or so, that's what 19,200 I think total just for both copies of one character. Definitely way more than what the Dream Store is requesting. If you figure 1,200 copies across 3 characters, so for 1 copy each, that's 3,600. You're going to be getting about like 3 to 4 copies of each of these 3 characters that I mentioned from the Dream Store within the same amount of like resources that you get from the Arena Store. And it's easier to get Dream Store teardrop tokens than it is to get Arena coins. All that being said, it's absolutely possible. And I know this, again, because this is exactly what I did for my account. If we go back to my Resonating Hall, it's actually not that impressive. So aside from the Entendre, Odie, Brutus, and Coco that I mentioned that I got to Supreme Plus just by getting them through the Dream Store and Arena Store, most of these other characters that I have at kind of any semblance of viability and ranking, you're going to notice that they are either purchasable within the Dream Store or Arena Store. Like the Lycas, the Corins, those 2 are from the Dream Store. Sylvena's from the Dream Store. Rowan's from the Arena Store. Cecia is from the Arena Store. But everybody else is essentially a banner hero. I heavily invested my stargazing into Talene and Rainier, and then I'm going to be working on Feistra or whatever his name is later. But Ludovic was a banner hero. Makola was a banner hero. Lenya was a banner hero. Lily May was a banner hero. Mommy Bonnie was a banner hero. Sonia, Luca, Hodgkin, these were all characters that when they were on the banner, that's what I invested my resource and even a lot of my gems into, because I really wanted to get them fully maxed out while I knew I still had the chance to guarantee get them. And all the mercy pulls were for those characters specifically while they were on the banner. But like other than banner heroes and a couple of odds and ends characters that I built up from the Arena Store after I was done getting Brutus to Supreme Plus, most of my characters are actually really low ranking. And it's kind of a pitiful selection, to be honest. But there is a reason for that. I wanted to challenge myself and put my money where my mouth is to see how far my Mauler theory could go. Like, if you go Entendre, Odie, Brutus, Coco, and then pick, whoever else you want to, or whoever else you have access to at the time, your other highest ranking hero, you just kind of throw them in there. I just picked Soren because I really, really like Soren. But I'm sorry, what was I talking about? Brain dead moment. Yeah, so other than all those characters that I definitely either purchased or, whatever, I don't have anything from real random pulls. Because, like I said, I wanted to spend all my resources getting this specific team up as high as it can. Can I see if just by directly purchasing them, can I get them to Supreme Plus? And how far can Supreme Plus on this team actually get me? The answer is yes, you absolutely can. And a Mauler team like this will get you very, very far. If you don't have a Soren, that's no big deal. You could replace him with whoever. If you already have Brutus maxed out and you're going through the the Arena store, probably my best recommendations. If you want another support, Rowan is directly purchasable and is very good at being a support hero just because he's an energy booster. Or if you want more damage, Cecia, even though she's not incredibly good, she's not like a super late game meta pick, she is directly purchasable and she does damage for early game when you're like an early game player or low level player. Otherwise, if you have a lot of your stargazing units and you really want a character to invest in right away, highly recommend Rainier.
Perfect. Balance.
Very good crowd control support. And you only even have to get him to Mythic Plus for him to be viable. You don't necessarily have to get him to Supreme Plus. I'm probably not going to invest anymore in this character, honestly. I'm happy with him at Mythic Plus. But yeah, between those three, there's your flex slot. And then as you get more characters, you can switch these out as you see fit. I still really like my team. You might have seen earlier. I stopped using Coco as much because I think Makola is just a better Mauler support overall. And I definitely went hard on her banner when she was there. And this is currently what my team looks like. Because of Bonnie, Hodgkin, and my Thorin is actually pretty high. He's almost at Supreme Plus. And also my Ludovic. I have a Supreme Plus Ludovic. I'm slowly switching over to a Graveborn team. Just because those are the pulls that I happen to get. And while I took advantage of 3 of the best Graveborn heroes being banner heroes that I can guarantee, plus with the Chains of Eternity season coming out, it's attracting a lot of new players. But there's also going to be a lot of very, very good Graveborn heroes since we're going into the Kingdom of Batu with Thorin being the king and him having a lot of very interesting, I don't want to say consorts, but like I don't think that's the right word. But just the people of the Kingdom of Bantu are absolutely going to be very lethal Graveborn heroes, which I'm definitely excited to see where they go, and I'm going to be investing my banner pulls and resources into seeing what the Graveborn have to offer. I'm not entirely sure yet. But speaking of all that, I know I said I was going to get back to this. You might be wondering why, if I spend all my time and resources investing into very specific characters, why is everybody else so level? Because surely you'll get just random copies of whoever scattered across multiple different characters if you're just doing your pulls. Well, that's the thing. Because I spend all of my time and energy and resources and interest into trying to get this guaranteed pick yourself up a Mauler team to Supreme Plus, I wanted to actually challenge myself to see how far I could get that without the random pulls. Now, I did get some random pulls. Like, I know I got very lucky with extra copies of Brutus when I was pulling for Soren. I happened to just be getting a lot of ranking up Soren and Brutus at the same time just because of banner pulls for Soren. But everybody else, most of these copies just came directly from the Dream Store, and I never actually did any of my pulls. So what that leaves me with, go over to the Noble Tavern.
Now this'll be fun.
As you can see, I still have a couple of the banner pulls just from having them. I don't really care about Lorson at all.
Now this'll be fun.
Shut up, Lorson. And this is where all of my resources have essentially gone. But when it comes to
now this'll be fun.
When it comes to the all-hero recruitment, I haven't really spent anything other than the occasional odds and ends. So I have 1,298 of those. And if that seems like quite a bit, under Epic Recruitment, I have 816 of those. So between the two, I have over 2,100 pulls that I have never used, and that I probably should be using. That's one more piece of advice that I'm going to give to new players. While you're building up your Wilder team, if that's the route you want to go, make sure you're spending all of your resources. That does include these invite letters. They are going to help out. They will contribute to you increasing your Wilder rankings for those 4 specific characters that I mentioned. Plus, if you happen to get a Smokey, you could throw him in there. If you happen to get a Shakir, you could throw him in there. I just held on to these because I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to just stress test how far I could get my Wilders just from directly purchasing them. And yeah, I can get my Dream Team all the way up to Supreme Plus without spending any of my extra resources. But that's not going to cut it for me anymore. I'm going to need a better account. And the best way to do that is to just start spending my resources. And that's what you should be doing too. So without further ado, let's open 2,100 invite letters, starting with the all account. And I am going to be skipping the animation because it takes way too long and yada yada yada. Ooh, Vala. Oh, double Olmus. That's huge. I'm trying to build Olmus specifically. Kruger I'd kind of like to get higher up as well. But Olmus is going to be a big one for me. Plus 30 Wilder Acorns. Alright, that's fine. Got a Shakir. That one's good. I don't care. Stop it. Shakir is an interesting one because he's very good as a Mauler, but he is not available in any of the stores. You cannot guarantee purchase him, so you can only get him through these pulls. So the fact that I'm going to start getting Shakirs, and hopefully Smokies, is going to be very, very good. Got Almas. More Damians is great. Amir, yep, he's one that I'm really looking forward to. Every couple of sets. Ooh, Thorin, yep. Thorin is the one I probably want the most because he is so close to Supreme Plus. I think I got this copy of him. I think I just need one more copy and that'll get him to Supreme Plus. Hey, copy of Smokey and copy of Shakir. That's huge. Let me actually back out of this. Got to get over to my recruiting hall real quick. I'm going to be doing this periodically where I go over to see... That's cool. That's a new feature. Where I'm going to see like which characters I can actually rank up and then which ones I need to switch out on my wish list. It's kind of funny. Other than the Graveborn heroes that I got really excited about and I'm really starting to try and rank up, I don't care about the other ones. So if I get them, I get them. Great, great. Oh, okay, perfect. Yes, so that'll be it for Corrin. So we switch him out for... I don't know, I don't care about any of these guys, honestly. Probably just go Sinbad, I guess. A lot of Lucians, which is nice. Ooh, Tassie. Tassie's another one that I'm trying to build up. Because just through spending all my Stargazers, I've been getting Taylene up. And ironically, Damien is also one I'm looking at, because Taylene's a Celestial, but Tassie and Damien are both Wilders, who essentially have, like, revive mechanics or pseudo-revive mechanics in their kit. So your team isn't exactly unkillable, but they do have, like, a Wilder revive mage team that just focuses on Tassia, Taylene, Damien, and then whatever healers you could throw in. I kind of want to try that team out personally. So I am not shying away from copies of Damien either. And I'm really going to appreciate the copies of Tassie. Oh, alright, there's my Ulmus. What do we got? I see, I don't care about anybody else here either. I guess I'll just go Parissa because she's cute. I don't know. Yeah, while we're doing this, go back. Boom. There we go. Got my Ulmus to Supreme Plus. I am very happy with that. If I ever do just like a very standard Wilder team, I want Ulmus to be my tank. Ulmus was actually one of the banner heroes that... Oh, Corrin got Supreme Plus here as well. The game already told me that. I don't know why I'm so surprised by that. Damien has a ways to go, but I'm not too worried about that, because I could also just buy his copies from the Dream Store as I need to. Admittedly, Ulmus and Tassie, two characters that go actually hand in hand in the story. I was not impressed with either of them when they were banner heroes, so I never invested in them. And I'm not going to say that I ultimately regret not investing in them, but those are two that I feel like I missed out on, now that I actually understand the game more. Sinbad. I guess that makes sense. Ooh, another copy of Smokey. That's huge. I know I can't, build a Smokey, but he is one of the ones that I would really like to get to Supreme Plus as well. Because worst case scenario, if I need an efficient healer, Smokey, Hey, there he is, my man. Smokey is another one of those. They say for new accounts that when this game first came out, people would... Oh, is that Supreme Plus Story? Yes, it is. Okay. What do I want? Well, Nara's the only other good one, so we'll just start building for Nara. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when Smokey first came out, people were saying like he's so good, he's so busted for new players that one copy of Smokey is gonna carry you through pretty much the early and mid game. And people would like reset their accounts or create brand new accounts just to guarantee themselves one copy of Smokey. I always thought that was silly, if I'm being completely honest. I would not have gone. Well, I didn't. I would not have gone through all that trouble just to try and get, one particular character. Especially since I found a guaranteed free-to-play alternative. Alright, Demecia. I kind of do want to get my Demecia to a higher rank. I'll be honest. Carolina I'm also looking at, only because of the Aramir team comp. If I ever decide to go like a Aramir Carolina nuke comp, I don't know if I ever will, because the Tassie, Taylene, Damien team just seems way funnier to me. And at this point, I'm just kind of just playing around with whatever I get. Ooh, another Smokey. They're really giving me the Smokey. I'm happy with it. Oh, okay. Alright, Arden it is, because I don't even know what the Birdman of Alcatraz does. I don't think anybody does, if I'm being honest. You know what, let's back out. Let's see. Alright, Thorin. Supreme Plus, baby. That's huge. Does this get him to... I think this actually gets him to... Oh, not quite to Supreme Plus. Okay. I know I have all the wilder acorns in the world, so just get him to Supreme. I'll be honest, if... Tempting, actually. You know, yeah, let's get her to Mythic. Why not? I know I need Mythic Plus for her weapon, but... Wait, is this a Mythic Plus Smokey? Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so there's actually a chance I could just get from, what was it? Just a basic Elite Smokey to a Supreme Plus Smokey. That would be huge. Does this character actually have any uses? Is there a point to Parissa? I don't know what she does. I need to look at what she does. This is a lot of Sinbads. He was another character that I was not impressed with, so I just didn't bother pulling him. Same with Nara. Nara did not impress me when she was a banner hero either. So I just didn't pull for them. But hey, now that I'm getting him, I am not complaining. Shut up, Lorson. Alright, starting to get some artists now that he's on the wish list. Yeah, everybody else is already maxed out. I do not like, what's her name? Santandra, whatever her name is. I thought she was the worst part of Entendra's storyline. It feels like she almost actually ruined that story for me. But que sera, sera. Okay, getting more Valas. I'm not complaining about that. Is there any... I guess this guy. Okay, more Valas. I remember when I first started out and first started playing this game, I thought Vala was a cool hero, so I absolutely wanted one copy of her, and I did spend, well then, I guess at that point we just look at Odie for the Paragons. First, let me This guy's weird. I'm not looking forward to seeing what he does in the story. What do you mean new actions? Okay. Shut up, Orson. Okay, another Nara. Oh, okay, I can get the Lucian out. I don't know how many of these characters actually impressed me. I guess Muriel, because she's hot. But there's like nothing else, is there? Oh yeah, wait, why is... Why isn't Kruger ranked up? I don't know why I clicked her. I'll look more into these characters over time. Shut up, Larson. Amir. I'm surprised I haven't been seeing very many copies of Amir, but I'm sure in the Epic recruitment we'll start to see more of the ones I really want specifically. You know, sure, just for all the marbles. Throw in some gems. Okay. Huh. That is very many voucher tickets. But we'll worry about that later. There's Thorin. Yeah, I already got him to Supreme Plus. Is there anybody that I want? Shakir, probably. Either Shakir or Vala. No, let's go Vala. Caroline, not bad, not bad. Amir's huge. Personally, I think I'd still rather want the Smokies. But hey, I'm not going to complain about an Amir. That's a lot of Valas. What's my Vala at? Okay, hold on. I gotta check the Vala. Oh. Okay, Supreme plus Vala. Not bad, not bad. Oh, you know what? It's actually not telling me how much my Amir is then, because I didn't realize that the acorn requirements got in the way of telling you what your hero rank is. That's unfortunate. So, what's my aim here? This is Supreme Plus, right? I think this is, yep, Supreme Plus Amir. Alright. That's huge. That's already like, one part of the combo piece, if I wanted to go down the Carolina route. Which, let me just double check her real quick. Okay, she's almost a Supreme Plus. Shut up, Orson. That's at least an arena team I can experiment with. That'd be nice. Okay, yeah, let's swap some of these out then. Let us go. Well, Shakir for sure. I still want her and Avala. Swap her out for Tamesia. Yeah, swap her out for Tamesia. I kind of want to get Tamesia up. Actually, just in case. Shoot. I mean, I have no problem with the Omni Acorns, but, okay, so she's not quite that close. That's good. Shakir, that's good. Tassie, that's a huge one. More Shakir. More Shakir. Another Tassie, not complaining, not complaining. Smokey, I think that's one of two in order to get Supreme Plus to Smokey. Tamesia and Shakir. You know, now I'm getting paranoid again. Alright, so she's at Supreme, so I just need one more copy of her. And I'm gonna hate to see this. How many copies of Shakir do I have? Alright, this is I think this is Supreme Plus Shakir, actually. Yeah. Alright, Supreme Plus Shakir. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Did I... What's my Tamesia at? One more copy of Supreme Plus. Okay. Job, Orson. So... Swap out Shakir for... think I'll either also Floribel or Nara. Let's just go Nara. Ah, there's my Smokey. Okay, Supreme plus Smokey. I'm gonna enjoy seeing what that feels like. I don't even know. Do I want him to replace Nicola? I'll worry about that later. Another Tassie. That's huge. I forgot to take Smokey off. We'll go. Who do I want? Actually, let's go Floribel. Because Elsa never really impressed me, even when I saw, like, through the Song of Strife story mode, how good she worked with Soren. Soren always just felt like the better between the two by leaps and miles. Mostly because, like, Elsa was dependent on Soren, but Soren was not dependent on Elsa. Okay, Nara and Floribel. Carolina's huge. There's my other Temesia. That should just be a Supreme plus Carolina. You know, why don't I actually... I was gonna say, why don't I actually go back and double check everything? Yep. Rude. I'll just run through the rest of everything and see what I get. Tassie's another one. Now that I got my Thorin and Smokey, those were my two biggest wish lists. Now I got both of them to Supreme Plus. I think Tassie's gonna be my next big wish list. Getting Aemir and Carolina up to Supreme Plus as well also felt really good, because if I ever wanted to go that team comp, now I just can. Alright, we'll just do the single pulls. Mario, Salazar. Last one. Alright, where does that leave me?
Hi. How?
I forgot to look at Tassie. This might be Supreme plus Tassie.
Dreaming.
Yeah, I will lose all these on the acorns.
I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming.
Yeah, this is Supreme plus Tassie.
I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Must be dreaming.
Every bit of growth is worth celebrating.
See what my floor bell's at. Okay, I don't think that's
Every
Supreme
bit
plus.
of growth is worth celebrating. Every bit of growth is worth celebrating.
Yeah, it's not.
Every
But
bit
getting
of
her to
growth is
Supreme.
worth celebrating. Every bit of growth is worth celebrating.
I'm not mad about that.
The Did I actually get better? Did I actually get better? Did I actually get better?
Alright, Mythic also. Not complaining about that. What else we got?
The secret to being invincible is to always. The secret to
Exactly
being
enough for Supreme plus
invincible
Kruger.
is to always
That's fun.
get.
Who's this guy?
Any request? Pain is pleasure. Pain is pleasure.
I'm never gonna care. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that guy. Oh, what's my Damien at?
Yet another stroke of genius.
My Damien's gotta be close to Supreme plus.
Yet another stroke of genius.
And there we go. That's Tassie, Taylene, and Damien at Supreme plus. That's huge. I gotta double check my Sinbad.
You've put your faith in me. Ha! You've put your faith in me.
Who's this guy?
My little baby keeps growing. My little baby keeps growing.
Harissa?
May the loose. A new bloom is emerging.
Okay, yeah,
A new
Harissa is
bloom
Supreme
is
plus.
emerging.
So I'll play around with her and see what I get there.
Oh. It's time for a party.
What's my Nara at? Because I know I had a couple copies of Nara.
It's time for a party.
Oh, is this Supreme plus Nara?
It's time for a party.
Okay,
It's time for a party.
Supreme plus Nara. That's huge. What else we got? I don't think I got any copies of literally anyone else. So...
May the. Oh, I want to leap and dance with joy.
I don't know, I'm gonna leave Centaura there for right now because I really don't like that character.
Wisdom accumulates and develops just like tree rings.
I know that Arden is really good, so I'll actually throw Arden up to Supreme.
Wisdom accumulates and develops just like tree.
And then I can start building him through.
Don't worry. My flame burns even more beautifully now.
I could get Merle up to Supreme. Do I want to? I don't think I want to. And you know what, why not? I have the resources for it.
My flame burns even more beautifully now.
A little
This dude.
fascinating. This is what a soul tastes like.
And then I think that's it. So, I have a lot of work to do as far as exclusive equipment. Yeah, because if I want to do the Taylene, Damien, Tassie combo, that's going to be a lot of resources for all their equipment. Plus, if I ever want to do the Amy or Carolina combo, that's also going to be a lot of resources for their exclusive equipment. But overall, I don't think I could have actually asked for or hoped for that to go better than it has. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. No, okay, everything looks good. Yeah, this, getting their equipment to plus 10 is gonna take quite a few hot minutes. But I know I can do it. I know I have definitely a lot of... I have a lot of options for a lot of really good teams here that are absolutely going to be pushing through Arena, Dream Realm, whatever that one tower thing is. Yeah, the Legend Trials. This is what I'm going to be mainly focusing on next. I got to get my AFK stage up. I haven't even touched this new season, and I know I'm going to really want to. Sorry, just thinking about how I'm going to go about this season. You know what? No, I know how I'm going to go about this season. I'm going to play the game because I enjoy it, and this is one of those games that rewards you for enjoying it. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this chapter of my personal AFK journey. I hope that some of my advice about building a Mauler team is going to help out some of the newer players so that way they don't feel like they get lost or stuck within AFK Sturges or Dream Realms or anything like that. And hopefully they'll be able to climb up to where I found myself after a couple of seasons. Because honestly, I'm not going to put myself down, but I believe that if I can do it, you can do it too. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.